Good evening from EPCOT. Today we are here with the understanding that Osceola Public Schools are going on spring break pretty much starting today. All of next week we are blocked out with the Pixie Pass, but today's going to be our last day to do Disney for about a week and a half as we kind of let spring break come through. So we're going to go here into EPCOT. Crowds are very, very busy today, but we're probably going to grab some food, maybe stick around for the show. We'll kind of see what's going on, but as of right now, let's just get inside the park and see what's happening. All right, we are all checked into EPCOT now. We just got in, and I don't remember if these flags here from this Encanto topiary were here or not. Not too certain, but I don't remember seeing them. Nicole wasn't sure either, but I don't know. But those might be new, the flags on the poles here. But let's head in, and I gotta tell you guys a little something. Now what I need to tell you is that this morning, 7 a.m. on the dot, we tried to get a Guardians reservation, and this was the first time we were not able to get it in a very long time. So just to give you guys an update, it is busy, and again, the crowds are busy, but when you can't get a Guardians reservation at 7 a.m. sharp, that means they're going out within seconds. So if you're not on top of it, you will miss it. And so unfortunately, that's something you gotta be a little aware of when you guys are traveling during something like spring break, when they offer something like a virtual queue. Now we actually do have fast passes available from guest services because we were stuck on Guardians a while back. We are choosing not to use them yet. We might do them a little bit later, but it is a one-time thing, so we can go into guest services at any point, get our fast passes, and go onto the ride because, again, it broke down on us one time at the end of the night, so we were not able to get them anymore. So we are choosing not to do that yet, but again, we'll determine whether or not that ends up changing here in the next few hours. But we're going to go ahead and get into World Showcase because it's about 5:45, which means we are going to lose a little bit of sun, and we are going to, kind of just get on with the night, but we don't have that long to be here. Our first stop here will be the Farmer's Feast, because I think there's one or two items we want to get here. Gonna have to sift through the crowds. Again, it is pretty long today for the lines, but let's go ahead and look. So the spice cake looked good, and then this bison ribeye. So maybe we'll do both those, because I mentioned wanting to get this last time, but
do you remember when we got the parsnip? How much we hated it?
Wait a minute. You think the parsnip's on the side?
I don't know.
We can ask him about it.
We hated the parsnip.
We did, but I for sure at least want to get the bison ribeye. That's $8.25 there for that. And then let's ask about the spice cake. We might come out with that. We might not. But for sure, let's get the bison ribeye and get a spot, hopefully, somewhere to eat. I also want to point out the outfit today. I have my orange shirt with green shorts. So I feel like I look like a plant, right? Like the leaves and the petals, orange, green, I don't know. Clashes, but it works. Here is the menu here, by the way. This is the rotating one. So between March 1st and April 8th, you do see that is what we are currently in season for. Then the springtime menu is from April 8th to May 20th, which is going to be those items there. And then finally, the summer options from May 21st to July 5th will be those items at the bottom. So this does rotate. Somebody came up and they were like, this is where the swordfish is. And they were right, but it actually isn't during this time period. All right, we went with the char-grilled bison ribeye with creamy leek fondue, red wine butter sauce, and a whipped red wine goat cheese. And then the other thing, we did end up going with the spice cake with the cream cheese icing and a candied pecans and parsnip to kind of top that off. And I'm guessing this is that goat cheese, the kind of pinkish stuff that's on top there. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out, let you know what we think. All right, here we go, little dink. And sink. I kind of like that, actually.
The bottom?
It's a lot of flavor. What do you think?
Is it actually bison?
Probably.
Sometimes that scares me, like, just getting in my head.
That it's not like
a
cow, but instead of a different type of cow.
Yeah.
You got kind of a cool view behind you back there with the
sunset.
Sunset, yeah.
Look at how tough some of those tendons are. Like, rip that away. It's good. It's a lot of flavor, like you said.
Yeah, I think this one actually quite flavorful. I'm gonna try a little bit with this pink red wine goat cheese sauce or whatever, and try and get a little bit of everything in there. All right, we got a little bit of this pink goo or whatever this is on here. Is it good? Oh, it's salty, very salty. Wow. Oh yeah, there's salt on here. Let me show you this. Hey, can you guys see there's like giant chunks of salt? You can see one right there. That is a pretty good So what is that, a red wine goat cheese? Interesting. There's a lot of flavor in this small dish. I wish you got a little bit more than 3 slices because it's pretty pricey at $8.25. However, that's flavorful. That's a good dish right there. Dink it. I'm holding on for dear life with mine. Very sweet for a spice cake. What do you think?
The cream cheese frosting's good.
It is. I don't know where the parsnip is in this, and we're nervous about it. I think it's pretty good. The candied pecans are quite good. This is kind of annoying, the little like dish that it's in, to kind of get it out of there. But pretty solid little treat here. Good flavor. I'm a fan.
This is my first time having spice cake.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ever?
Ever.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
What?
Not really a spice cinnamon flavor kind of girl up until lately.
Well, first one at EPCOT. We're breaking grounds here. Here's our vibe right now, by the way. Oh, look, we got the monorail. That was really ironic, actually. We're just kind of showing you. We're just hanging out. A little windy today.
It is.
A lot of clouds, too. I think we're about to get some storms. There's a lot of storms happening across the Midwest, I think, and we're getting like the butt end of that here in just like a day or two. All right, we're going to finish up eating our spice cake. And I think we're going to go around the corner to try that honey booth. See if we can get one of those hats. You want a hat, Nicole?
I'll wear a hat.
Sweet. All right, we are all finished up with those 2 items. And again, Farmer's Feast. Pretty good items there. We didn't do the leek soup or whatever that is. I don't know if we will try that before they switch to the next menu there in April. So sorry we won't have a review on that. But both those items kind of packed full of flavor. Not gonna lie to you. Both of them, lots of flavor. Huge plus to EPCOT for the Farmer's Feast over here. Now we're gonna head over towards the honey booth like I had mentioned. But I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a second here. And I don't know if you guys remember, but every single time I talk about how dark it gets and how early it gets dark here right now. Do you know what's happening tomorrow between March 11th and the 12th? Think about it. It's pretty easy. I set you up. Songbird Meadow here. Reduce plastics. Single-use plastics often end up in landfills where birds can mistake them for food. It's kind of interesting. So I wonder if this is all like reused items that kind of make up this little section here. You do have some of the plants. These look like the plants that like bees and like bugs would be attracted to be honest. There are a lot of bugs here. If you guys haven't seen the last vlog we did here, go ahead and check that one out. But there was a lot of bugs that we noticed kind of floating around. Rightfully so. A lot more plants that are existing in the park at this point. Again, you can see the crowds here too. A lot of crowds existing inside of EPCOT. And I know I've mentioned that this will be the last time that I talk about it unless there's something weird that kind of comes up. But a lot of crowds happening here. You know, now I think it's like 6:30, almost 7 o'clock. So just the busyness, I feel like it's never quite this busy. But again, this is spring break time, and you just have to keep that in mind when you come in March through pretty much the end of April. You are going to be hitting a lot of the spring break crowd. I think they added what I'm calling the thimble bushes here. I'm not sure. Nicole's not sure either, but I think they added these like thimble kind of thumb style bushes here along this strip. Again, not positive, but I'm thinking they did. And they're kind of covered with flowers, and at the bottom they have that natural kind of bush stuff that I feel like everybody at their house had. I don't know what this is, but it's just like that. I don't know, I feel like everyone had to like trim these bushes as a kid. That is where we are headed, by the way, the honey booth. And you can see like the lights outside, like the hanging lights. It's kind of a cool, you know, I don't know, hipster vibe almost, if you will. But we're gonna head that direction now. We'll show you what they have to offer. And like I said, I know for a fact I want to get the chicken and waffles there. I don't know if there's anything else we'll be picking up from that booth specifically. But we will take a look at least and show you guys the menu. All right, I swear this is now the last time that I will talk about crowds. This is the line for the Pineapple Promenade, and it is all the way wrapped around. And it does switchbacks basically here, all the way out to the menu out here. Okay, now I promise I'm done talking about the crowds for the day. I just want to reiterate to you guys that this is a busy time of the year. Again, this is March 10th, so just keep that in mind. And here we are, the Honey Bistro Garden. And we have quite a line ourselves, some switchbacks here. So we will be waiting in this, might take a minute or two. So we'll go ahead and let you know what we end up getting when we get up there. But this might be a few minutes. I think we're going to lose pretty much the remaining sun that we do have. So I will be swapping lenses. Just so you guys can see, here is the menu for the Honey Bistro over here, which is the chicken and waffles, which we ended up picking up, the pollinated flatbread, and then the honey mascarpone cheesecake. Price, okay, you know, basically $7 and under, so $6.75 down to $5. Not too bad for their main dishes. And I do actually have my chicken and waffle here. I will say this booth smells the best out of any of the booths that we've gone to so far during this festival. It smells amazing over here. And I do hope that the chicken and waffle tastes good for what it's worth, but now it's time to find a spot to sit. That's gonna be the hard part over here. So let's go ahead and find somewhere. Oh look, honeybees feed the world. You know, I've heard a lot about bees, and I heard the Bee Movie is a pretty decent, accurate representation of how they like communicate, and I mean, they don't speak words. It's not silly, but I did hear like the way they flap their wings and just like the hierarchy of the bees. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how many times we have done vlogs at this table here. I feel like this is like our table. We should like engrave our letters of our name here. And here we go. Pretty straightforward. You have a chicken and waffle little sandwich, or not sandwich, but meal here, and then you have some honey to be drizzled down there. I don't know what these are. These look like flowers of sorts, probably all edible. Let's go ahead and try it out. It is a cornbread waffle. I will note that as well. So I'm kind of interested to see what the flavor comes out on that. Just I've never had a cornbread waffle before. I had to use the tripod here for a minute. Nicole had to go. Oh, never mind. She returned.
Looks like a nice piece.
I hope so. I've been hearing a little bit about the chicken. Some people say could be a little tough, which would be a real bummer. I'm hoping it's not. Balancing, a little balancing act here. Smells yummy. That's pretty good. I was hearing that the chicken was a little chewy from some people, and oh my gosh, losing my napkins. But I'm not really getting the chewiness. The breading itself is a little, I guess I would say chewy. It's not crunchy to me. I wish it was like crunchier, but it's not bad. I don't think it's quite as flavorful as those dishes that we just had, to be honest though. Those were a little bit more flavorful in my opinion. Now I'm starting to see it. The thicker portion of the chicken gets to be a little chewy there. So I will say, now I'm starting to get it in the thick part. Let me show you guys the part I'm talking about. See how much thicker this part is now? Now that it's thicker, it feels like it's more dense, feels a little bit more fake. The edges were nice. Now that I'm getting into the meat a little bit more, into the thick part, I'm finding I'm chewing a little bit more than I would like. All right, I need to do one final update on this. It got like progressively worse as I ate it. And I'm like eating it, and it's like the waffle's getting worse, the chicken's getting worse. I don't know what happened. It was okay, probably down to like a 5 out of 10 for me by the time, like now that I'm actually more into it. All right, we are going to continue on now. And as I have stated, we have lost all sun. Goodbye, sun. Again, we're not going to be here for about a week and a half, since we'll be blocked out from our current passes. But, you know, if the crowds are like this, maybe we're not totally bothered by that. But anyway, let's continue on. I'm gonna go take a look here at what they offer at Canada and see if there's anything fun here that we want, and maybe pick one more thing up, maybe two. You know where I actually kind of want to go is the land pavilion. You know what I do want? I want that Fruit Loop milkshake. I forgot that.
That's back that way.
Yeah, that's the other direction. All right, we are actually going to head over toward the land pavilion because there are some things over there that we are looking for, and we're going to walk right by the construction update here. Again, I don't know what this is. I have to look that up because I keep like talking about it, but I don't actually know what it is. Oh, wait a minute. I'm cutting you all off right now because I see the Lion King topiary. We didn't see that last time. And here it is. This is the Lion King topiary here. And Simba even has the mark on his head. I don't think you guys could see it, maybe. But yeah, he's got like the little red mark on his head. This is pretty cool. We didn't come this way before, and that is why we did not see this the last time we were here. Also, look at all the walls being put up. Now they actually covered the outside a little bit with some of the beams, and they're starting to get that coming together. I still don't think that's supposed to be here until maybe next year or later this year.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Right around the corner from where we just were actually is Timon and Pumbaa. And look how small Timon is. So tiny. Here's Timon
I
and
like how
Pumbaa.
pink they got Pumbaa.
Yeah, they did. Let me go see that. Look at this. See his like tooth there too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you can see there's like a beam in the middle there. But yeah, they got his like nose and mouth very pink. He's huge. And there's Timon. I feel like Pumbaa is a warthog, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like we've seen warthogs at Animal Kingdom and they are not that big. Not even
No,
close
but do you
to that big.
think since, what is he, a meerkat?
Yeah.
Aren't meerkats like this big though?
Yeah, they're taller than that.
So maybe like when you're faking it, you gotta like amp it up?
Maybe so. I feel like he's closer to like normal meerkat size. That's not even close to warthog size. I don't know. We're very close to the booth we are looking for though. It should be right around the corner here. If you guys get here early enough, this butterfly landing, I believe if you go inside of here, it's a butterfly tent that you can actually go inside and like hang out with butterflies. So we'll try and do that before the festival is over. And this is again right over here in the Land Pavilion. Right on the other side of this is Soarin', and then actually right over here is Figment, just to kind of give you an idea. So that's the little sign for Figment. So it's right off to the right here, Butterfly Landing. And again, I've seen stuff online about it, but I think you can go inside there and like hang out with the butterflies. It is closed right now. I assume probably once sunset comes around, they shut that down, or probably like 5 p.m. like a lot of other things they do. Don't you love coming up to the Land Pavilion, hearing the beautiful music, seeing the waterfall here behind the land written right here? Just the ambiance over here is something to just like, I don't know, just sit in for. I feel like you could just sit here for hours and just absorb the sounds, the music, just the whole ambiance here. Now, I do want to point this out. You will miss this booth if you don't know that this is the location, because it is dark out here and you can't really see much. All you can really see are these pretzels, right? So you see the pretzels, like the Mickey pretzels, and it looks like just a normal cart. However, this is where they're doing some of the specialty items for Flower and Garden here. So we are going to hop in line here and go ahead and try the cookies and cream mousse. However, we were told that you could go to the Sunshine Terrace or the Sunshine Pavilion, whatever is inside downstairs in the Land Pavilion over there, and you can actually get the mousse there as well. It's not only just at this cart. So right out here, we weren't even paying enough attention. So the vegetable plate is here, which comes with broccoli, tomatoes, carrots, and I think that's going to be a ranch. Here's your cheese. Yeah, fruit and cheese plate. $8.50 for this. So it looks like grapes, 2 different types of cheeses.
3.
Is there 3?
You got the white, the yellow, and the Baby Bell.
Oh yeah, you do have Baby Bell there. Okay, I thought that was a strawberry, and then you get
A berry.
Yeah, that looks like one single. Oh, there's 2 strawberries in there. It's just a massive strawberry. So that's that, and then you have the like the pretzel and hummus here. So they're kind of like pre-packaged, and I'm hoping that they have the cookies and cream mousse kind of behind back there, because I don't know where else it would be. I do eventually one day want to try Garden Grill. I believe this is the one that actually rotates, if I'm not mistaken. Like the whole place is like slowly moving, and it is a character dining. Yeah, I thought I heard it was this one. And so like, I guess like within an hour, I think you like end up where you start, but I think it's just like slowly, constantly moving in a circle there, which is kind of unique. But we are actually coming down here to get a seat really quick because it was a little dark out there. So we're gonna go ahead, pop a squat for a minute, and go ahead and try out this mousse. Not totally sure why they added the flower to this, but maybe just because of Flower and Garden, so it's meant to look like a little plant. But I am excited for it regardless, but the flower's a little weird, and I think I heard you can like eat the flowers. Or maybe not this one.
It.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna eat this one.
Dillon's gonna do an awesome segment where he eats the flower on camera for you guys.
No, I don't think That's a prank. Nicole's going to do a segment on her eating the flower.
I already said you were doing
No.
it. I already
Yeah, Uno reverse card. You can do it. Okay, let's open this up and try it out. All right, let's get a nice hefty scoop in here. Oh, hold on. Dink it.
No, big boy bite.
Sink it.
Wow.
Sweet.
Rich.
Rich. That's a better word. Rich. Very rich.
I don't think it's crazy sweet. I think it's just crazy rich. Dense.
There you go. Yes. Very rich. Not super sweet then. I mean, it's sweet.
Yes,
but not
I think
overly
it's
sweet.
Wow, that's like decadent rich.
Yeah, that's very rich. I'm not getting... So I wonder if the cream or the cookies and cream is just like the cookie crumble.
Yeah.
And not as much like... I think I was expecting a cookies and cream base. Not chocolate pudding with... Or chocolate mousse with cookie crumble. So I guess it's kind of a little bit of a letdown for me because I think I was expecting a cookies and cream. But it's good.
It's
Lots
well
of flavor. That is a good little dish here. But it's very rich. Gonna be hard to get it all down, but you know we're going to. I may have lied. We might have not finished it. We did leave a little bit in there. I guess the one nice thing is you have this little cup so you can kind of pop that back on and go. This is very rich. It is very flavorful. I like this a lot. There's nothing super special about it, but it's good. It's like a chocolate mousse with what?
We didn't get the stamp.
Oh my gosh, we gotta go get the
We
stamp.
didn't get the stamp.
We gotta go get the stamp. We'll go get the stamp. We'll get the stamp. They'll give it to us, right? we'll get the stamp. Anyway, we got this packaged up. We're just gonna put it in our bag now. But very rich, good flavor. Like it. Let's go get our stamp really quick and then head towards maybe the front of the park. It'll be okay. Just so you can understand, the reason why I think Nicole's so upset is because we have yet to finish a passport at any of the festivals. So we haven't gotten any of like the little treats at the end, and we were both talking about this is the one festival where like I think we could definitely do this one. We started with 2 corn stamps. This should be our 3rd, and I think we need either 1 or 2 more, and we have
3.
plenty of. I thought it was 5. I thought the 6th one is the one that like gives it to you.
Oh, is it?
I thought so. I don't know. Either way, we definitely thought that we could finish this one. So we're hoping to finish this passport because we just haven't been able to do it yet. So that's kind of why she was so bummed out about it. Yeah, so as you can see, you'll do 5 of them, and then your last option will be then the festival treat there. And that's what's, you know, so we'll have 1 more stamp, which means we need 2 stamps in like, what, 4 months or so? That should be obtainable. We could just pick up 2 more corns at that point. There's Mickey. I don't know if that's Chip or Dale, Pluto. They're all walking around right now, taking photos, having a good time. I do want to go here. We will have to plan something at some point. I never see reservations for it, so I don't know if it's a walk-up or if you do have to make a reservation. I think the one place we will be going to, hopefully pretty soon, is Topolino's Terrace for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
We've been talking about that. Can't get a reservation, but apparently they do walk-up, so that's something we definitely want to do here pretty soon.
Just got the Oreo thing. Oh, yes. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thanks, I appreciate
No,
it.
I remember him. I remember him.
Yeah. Not you, sorry.
Well, but he has the camera. He has the camera.
We have it documented. Proof. Thank you.
He has a prop.
It's a flower. weirdly enough.
Oh. All right. It is starting to rain. This is the first time in 2023 that we've been at a park and it's been raining, right?
Not for me.
Oh, was it raining for you?
Remember I got poured on with Maria?
Oh, I
Remember I
didn't.
came home like dripping wet from EPCOT?
Yeah. So for me, I guess this is the first time, or at least on the vlog too, that we are starting to get a little bit of rain. It's very, very light drizzle, but I do know we're supposed to have some rain over the next week. And it's been, for me, it's been a long time. I feel like it's been months. I feel like it's been since like HHN.
It may have been.
It may have been
I was
that long.
absolutely downpoured on here at EPCOT a few weeks ago, getting off of Guardians. Oh,
Yeah, that was, I do remember that because you were like super soaked.
and I was
I am-
so far.
Yeah, I remember you told me that too. So, yeah, there's a chance we get a little bit of rain here, but we're heading towards the front of the park right now. But it's been a while since we've been in the park and I felt raindrops. It's so weird. It's been months, I feel like, for me. All right, we are over here at Spaceship Earth with a 5-minute long wait, a very short queue, and we figure we gotta get on something tonight before we head out. So let's go ahead, ride Spaceship Earth, and probably this might be the last thing. I don't know if we're getting that milkshake today. Kind of had a lot of sweets already, so that might be just enough for me. And I think Nicole's kind of done with it too, so we'll just go ahead, have a nice relaxing ride. And we are going in. You could smell it. It smells like crayons, doesn't it?
It does. Isn't it at the exact same time?
Yeah.
Probably the first piece of that pantry.
It might be. I don't know, it reminds me of just like a box of Crayola crayons walking in.
Wonderful.
The sliding doors on your time machine.
And we are in. All right. Let's pop a squat. Oh. And English.
Already selected.
Already selected. It's been like a few months since I've ridden this.
I rode this with Maria and Jake.
Yeah? Look at me. I got a green thumb.
You are the flower today.
I am the flower today. You kind of look like, that little bit makes you look like Boba Fett. He has this little like piece on his helmet.
Oh.
The
It's not very accurate to us, but it was a fun one.
True. And we are off. Out to project tomorrow out there. And whee, off the moving walkway. It smells like Chuck E. Cheese in here. It smells like, you know, like, I don't know, like one of those ball pits or whatever. That they would have it like McDonald's or like Chuck E. Cheese or Burger King or something. I don't know. It just smells like those ball pits. All right, we are now heading out of Project Tomorrow here. We were in there for quite a little while. But I think, is that rain or is that just glitter? Just sparkles. Let's see, is it raining still? No, not right now, I don't think so. A little bit of wind, but not too bad. So I don't actually know if I showed you what the logo was, but it is a flower there. So there were our 2 corns from before, and that is the flower from the moose, by the way. This was from earlier, before we did Spaceship Earth here. So now we are going to head probably out of the park. As you can see the fireworks. So we could see Magic Kingdom's fireworks. We just had a little incident with Nicole, and somebody accidentally stepped on her foot and took her whole shoe off. I was trying to point out the fireworks. You can't really see them because now we're down the hill a little bit. But as we get to the parking lot, hopefully we could show you the Magic Kingdom fireworks. That was kind of funny. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. That was so weird. Here's some music as we head out of EPCOT here, by the way. Good night, Green Monorail. Always get the monorail shots as we leave. I feel like I probably have 30 million monorail shots as we leave the park. But you know what? They never get old to me, so whatever. All right, you can actually still see the fireworks out in the distance underneath the monorail track over there. So we are getting some, and you can hear the booms. We actually can hear the booms from our apartment. We are close enough to hear the Magic Kingdom fireworks, and I think also EPCOT fireworks too. I'm not totally sure, but I think we can hear both of them. But you definitely can see the fireworks over there. Cool view heading back to the car. It's about 8:30 right now, about 8:27, 8:28 to be exact. So they will be ending shortly. I think they start at 8:15 or 8:20. They go for, I think, 18 minutes. We do have a little bit of rain coming in, but I want to point this out, by the way. We are in Dory 411. I think there's only, 4 more rows of cars from where we had to park? Dory 411, this is where we are at. And that is the ball. Way back there. Quite a little bit of a hike here. Would have been nice to have the trams going right about now. But yeah, we are quite a ways back here. Like I said, there's just a few more rows there. So we're gonna go ahead and get to our car now. With all of that being said, however, we do appreciate you guys hanging out with us today at EPCOT. It was just a little hangout session. We wanted to come to Disney before our pass was up for the week because, again, we come probably at least once a week. So not being able to come for about a week and a half to 2 weeks-ish is a little bit of a bummer. So we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight to EPCOT and all of the Disney World locations here outside of the water parks. We can actually go to the water parks, so I think we are planning on doing that, but the 4 main theme parks here we will not be going to for the next week and a half. But we do appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, and we will see you guys in the next video. Take care.